All right, welcome back to the episode of Beer, Bacon, and Bros. Tonight we got Adam, Chris, and Keith. I'm wearing a hockey jersey because we did an NHL trade deadline video tonight as well. Make sure you check that out. It'll probably come out before this video, but we're going to talk about the 10 most underrated college basketball teams. We did this last year. It was a big hit. We had a lot of fun doing it. We're bringing it back here as March Madness is just 2 weeks away.
Technically.
Yeah, 2 weeks away.
Technically, next week's technically March.
Yeah, but March Madness will be 2 weeks away.
Yeah,
so.
you're going to do the conference championship runs and all that.
Yeah, so before we jump into this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are on the march for 300. We appreciate you if you are already a subscriber. If you watched my video of pain and laughed at it, totally understand. I was here for it. As always, hit us in the comments. You know we will get back with you, even if you have a stupid take trying to explain to me how Eli Apple is a really good cornerback. I'm coming at you, Cincinnati fan, for that comment. And as always, like the video because it does make us more popular. I'll explain the Eli Apple thing to y'all off camera after this, but some guy tried to explain to me how Eli Apple's like one of the best three corners in the league. So
garbage.
Garbage. So
They said what, like being toast or like?
Yeah, he was top three being toasted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over the top.
All right, we're going to start the Big South Conference. We're going to talk about the UNC Asheville Bulldogs, 22-7 this season. They're leading their conference by 3 games. This is a two-man team. No offense if your child's playing for UNC and it isn't. Drew Pember, how would you say his last name? Pember, or
there's no E in there, but good try.
Okay, well, or Tyjon Jones. These two from Tennessee, which is kind of funny to me, I guess. Asheville close enough to Tennessee, I guess, but
that's not too far from Knoxville.
Yeah,
It's
so
not too far from Knoxville.
both these guys coming from Tennessee, both seniors, both playing out of their minds right now. Drew averaging 20 points, 9 rebounds, shooting almost 50% from the field.
So a forward and a
I would say a power forward and pretty much a shooting guard, point guard kind of handle. I would actually probably say Jones is more of a shooting guard. 14 points, 5 rebounds, just 1 assist for him, but shooting 50.7% from the field as a guard, which is fantastic. Pulling up from 3, this guy's averaging 44% from 3 as well. So, dude's putting on a show out there. Third best player on this team, I don't know. I guess we'll go. Yeah, I guess we'll go Nicholas McMullen, the other forward. So, averaging 8 points, 5 rebounds. I guess that's probably the third best player on this team, but. Team that's kind of come to surprise. We know. I guess you know of UNC Nashville. Like I know of some of the smaller UNC schools like Wilmington, Nashville.
Yeah, Asheville.
Yeah. So did I say Nashville?
Yes.
My bad. Asheville. Yeah. So, but I mean, they started the season off by beating UCF at UCF in double overtime, where Pember. Yeah. However you say it.
Pember.
Yeah, Pember. So, dude scored 40 points in the opening game of the season. So, I mean,
do they even have any other like good highlight wins?
Good showing. Oh, never mind. It was 85-51. Never mind.
No.
I was
Not a good showing at Arkansas, no. But, they had a nice streak right here, I would say, where they won, what is this, maybe 8 in a row? Yeah, they won 8 in a row here in January leading into February, including 2 overtime wins.
Upstate, Gardner-Webb, Charleston Southern.
They've won 12-1 in their last 13 games.
Yeah.
So, really
they're on a streak, yeah. So, in it, that, I don't know. I think the key to success is having like three guys that are in double digit point wise.
I would agree. Yeah, I would agree.
So I think if we're saying the McMullen guy, the other forward, if he can step it up in March Madness and average 10 to 12 a game, you might see them be able to make a little bit of a run into that third round.
This one actually close to home. The Charleston Cougars are 26-3. They were once ranked in the top 25.
I've been a fan of CFC.
Yeah.
I have always thought they had a above average basketball program. For being a smaller school in a small conference, I thought they have actually always had a pretty good basketball team. Have a great football team, haven't lost ever.
Hey, true. Actually, false, but we'll get into that later. So,
but
they haven't lost in the last 90 years.
It's been a while.
So,
But College of Charleston is a team that I think could if you catch him on the right day, could easily upset a team. If you would have said if they would have been in the tournament the last 5 years, unless they were a 16 seed catching a 1, if they were a 14 seed, I would have made a look at him. Hey, maybe.
I'm looking at them this year. This is a team that I'm buying in on. If they can get into a 12, 13, 14 seed, they got a chance to beat whoever they're playing.
Exactly.
They're such a balanced basketball team. There's 5 guys on their team averaging 10 or better.
And I think that's exactly what you need.
There
to
is
come tournament
6
time.
guys in their rotation that average 3 or more rebounds. There's 2 guys with 4 more assists. They're a balanced team, and you look at a very veteran team too, starting with Dalton Boylan. Boylan, yeah. So a senior from Ohio. This guy's their leading guard, leading scorer. Now they have a sophomore forward from Croatia, 6'10", 230. This is a big body guy, right?
Oh yeah.
Like he can bang with a Big 12 forward or something like that. And then you look at these other 3 that are really in their starting lineup and in their rotation. They play kind of a smaller team with 4 guards and 1 forward basically, but 6'3" senior in Pat Robinson, 6'2" sophomore in Ryan Smith, 6'1" senior in Ryan Larson. So you got some experience and really you have a smaller lineup, like I said, but a lot of versatility. You got some shooters on this team.
Yeah, I'd say your only downfall is going to be when you run into a guy who's 6'11", 7 foot, 250, 260. You know, he might bully your 6'10" guy around a little bit on the paint.
Yeah.
So you might not have a lot of second chance points, and you may give up a few more offensive rebounds. But if you play, as long as you box out well, you might even get lucky enough to get a couple over the back cross and put them in foul trouble maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've seen College of Charleston play a few times when I was at the Citadel. And even then, that was 5 years ago now. Even then, I thought they had a good time or a good basketball program.
4 of the 5 starters on this team shoot 42% or better. All 5 starters shoot 32% or better from 3.
What are they doing at the free throw line?
They have 2 guys that are 86 or better. All 5 starters 70% or better.
Shoot better than Carolina.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why I'm buying in on them as one of the 10 most underrated teams. We're going to move over to Conference USA next. Quite an interesting team. I did not realize they were this good. By the way, the Conference USA, you got North Texas, UAB, and FAU, all 20-game winners or better this season, all still in the single-digit losses. So Conference USA playing some decent basketball over there.
You think you could see two teams out of Conference USA make it? It'd be maybe if you go on a streak here. If FAU ends up winning out and say either UAB or North Texas is
let's say North Texas wins their final 2 games, they go to 25-5. Let's say they
has a good showing in the tournament.
Has a good showing in the tournament, loses the conference tournament game, and all of a sudden you're looking at a 27-5 team.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah,
you might get in at a 14, 15, maybe 16.
Yeah,
I playing game.
You could even be a playing game.
Yeah. But it would be hard to say that as a 26 win team to not be in there would be tough to say that they don't at least deserve a look.
Yeah, they deserve a look for sure. FAU, we have 2 games left in the regular season. FAU is 15-0 at home this year.
Is this this was one of the games I took when we were in.
This is one of the games you took when we were in Cherokee a couple weeks ago. So.
And missed it, I think, by 3 points.
Yeah. So you're going to love this team a little bit, I think. You and I have always kind of had the similarities where we like a 3 key player role side team. This team...
Well, like one pretty decent guard who's averaging 15 to 18.
Yep.
And a forward who's giving you... forward/center that's giving you 10 to 12, and then another complementary either forward or guard who's giving you 10 to 12.
How about I give you 3 sophomores that are averaging over 10 points and all averaging over 5 rebounds?
Solid.
Right? So
I'll take that.
Yeah. Jonah Davis, sophomore 6'4" guard.
Big guard too. Yep.
Elijah
Elijah
Martin, sophomore point guard, 6'2", 210. And then I have no idea what this guy's name is.
Vladislav.
I'm just going to call him Golden.
Vladislav.
Yeah.
That's the same guy. Yeah, he's related to the guy from hockey.
Yeah, he's got to be. So, because they're from Russia, but this dude is 7'1", 240 at him.
Yeah, he will hold his own
Yeah.
against any big in the
This
tournament.
man is shooting 65% from the floor
Yeah,
right
because nobody
now.
can stop the skyhook at 7-1.
Oh man, so I'm loving it, and he wears 50. Like who wears 50 in
The
basketball?
Admiral.
Yeah, this is what we keep the 1970s around for. Youngstown State here, the first position of the Horizon League. Going to talk about this team a little bit. This team, I will say, certainly powered by 4 players. Really no depth outside of that for these
So
guys.
outside of their starting 5, so they don't have no bench help.
Yeah, they really don't get a whole lot of bench help.
You find women?
Basically, yeah. So we'll call Dwayne Cohill their senior point guard. This guy's averaging almost 18 points a game, 4 rebounds and 5 assists while shooting 52% from the field. You're looking over at another senior guard for them, Brandon Rush. Dude's averaging 14 points.
49% from the field, yeah, solid.
You're looking at a senior forward from Cincinnati, Ohio, Malik Green. This dude's 6'7", 220, 13 points, 8 rebounds a game, 52%
Probably
from
small
the
forward.
field. I would say small forward, power forward, probably in their conference. And then Adrian Nelson, the senior, 6'8", 225. This is more of your power forward, your center kind of guy for them. 13 and 10, basically, from the field.
Undersized guys, for I would think most of your college basketball, especially if you're saying 6'8's playing your 5 position.
Yeah.
Granted, that's massive in everyday
Yeah,
life.
they're going to be mismatched in a lot of situations.
I think that's is gonna be what cost them theirs. They are an undersized team.
Yeah, you put their 6'8" center up against like Sheway from Kentucky,
Yeah,
who's
Woo!
yeah. So
I mean,
or even the Russian dude from FAU.
7'1", 240, 250.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only so much you can do with the guy that's 6'8", 230. I mean, you're just gonna get bullied around by the bigger guys on the block.
You better know how to shoot.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
I think the only thing that gives Youngtowns a little bit of hope here is the fact that their team is so spread. Like, there's 4 guys averaging 12 or better, right?
yeah.
There's
And
a lot of
shooting
experience with 4 seniors.
almost shooting 47% or better.
Yeah, from the field.
Yeah.
So
I mean, almost shooting 50%.
there can be maybe some mismatches where they actually do get somebody open and are able to capitalize on it. They at Notre Dame early in the season, they only lost by 7. They did lose to Navy at Navy, which was a bad loss for them, but they lost to Ohio at home by 2. That's a good basketball school. Robert Morris they beat, Oakland they beat. They really don't have a whole lot of guys in their conference that are probably big time names. Obviously Cleveland State, I guess, would be another one in their conference that we've talked about a little bit. So the Horizon League, not exactly a deep league. I want to say Rice State was the team we talked about last year from this group. So not exactly a deep league, but somebody that they're probably got a chance to make the tournament here. They're underrated. Nobody's talking about them.
Yeah.
So
Make the tournament. Probably just gonna see a first round exit, but could if they win the Horizon, they could probably make the tournament. Right.
yeah. So we're going to talk about the Iona Gales, which has made the tournament before, and I think we all know who's coaching over there, right? Old Rick Pitino. So
got that lifetime contract.
yeah, the lifetime contract. So he's got his team in good position over here. They're over here leading the Metro Atlantic. They're 20-7. Really, Siena Saints and the Ryder Broncos are the only other 2 teams that
Have a chance
in their conference. So actually a little bit of a young team for Rick here, interesting enough. They have a sophomore in Walter Clayton Jr. Dude's averaging 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists a game, shooting 46% from the field. Neil Jr. Joseph.
Nelly
Jr. Joseph. Thanks for the catch. I'm just going to let you start pronouncing
I'll read
it.
his names.
So, dude's from Nigeria, 15-10 over here at the power forward position.
55% from the field.
55% from the field.
It was how big did it say?
6'9". So
With Dennis Jenkins here.
yeah, Dennis Jenkins, guard from Dallas, Texas, 6'3" junior, 15 points, 5 and 5. So I think Iona classifies what I like to say is the 2 good guards and 1 forward give you a chance in the tournament here. So
Get you some boards, get you some shots.
yeah. So tough loss. I mean, I won't say tough losses. They really haven't had a blowout loss this year for them, which is a good thing for them. So I think you really look at. Well, I take it back. Quinnipiac was a
Quinnipiac.
Quinnipiac was a pretty
I think
bad
somebody
loss.
used to go to Quinnipiac.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Wins over Mount St. Mary's, St. Peter's though. They got some decent wins in here. They really haven't even. I mean,
Is that Princeton?
Yeah, Princeton. That's a win over Princeton right here. Pepperdine. So
Malibu.
yeah, there's a couple decent teams in here. Nothing really to write home about. So we'll see if old Rick can get the Iona Gales past the first round. You know what I love? A little Tuesday night action.
Some Kent State.
Yeah,
Tuesday night action.
You know who's dominating the MAC this year right now? Kent State. So
Yeah, that's another team that I think has been on the rise of the last couple years. I think they've made the tournament the last probably 3 out of 5 years.
Yeah.
Have kind of they may have only made it into the second round, but like quietly snuck in there and like won a big game. I don't think they've come in as a top 10 team in their side of the bracket, but I don't think they've been lower than like a 13. So
Yeah.
I think they've been in that range of winning the MAC gets you anywhere from depending on how many games you won that year, gets you anywhere from an 8 to a 13 seed.
Yeah.
And so you can.
I mean, the MAC is going to have 4 teams win 20 games this year, probably. Like, you're looking at Kent State, Toledo, both right now tied for the MAC. I think Kent State probably ends up with this. Again, another 13-0 at home team, just like FAU. Akron and Ball State will also, they're at 19 games. They're going to end up winning 20 games this year. So 4 teams in the MAC winning 20 games is pretty impressive. We're going to slide over to some other Bulldogs, the Drake Bulldogs over here in the Missouri Valley. By the way, Missouri Valley, a quietly good basketball conference every year. These guys also...
Does that have Valdosto?
No, it's got Belmont, South Illinois, Indiana State, Valparaiso.
Valparaiso.
Yeah.
Valparaiso?
Yeah, they're in there.
I remember them making
Evansville, the Evansville Aces. have been good
Valparaiso is
before.
one of those teams that's usually in like every other year.
That's what I'm saying. They were. I feel like they were like the Wichita State. Like every
the Shockers.
Yeah, the shot. Like every 10 years ago, they were in
Yeah,
there.
the Shockers were like one of the best teams in college basketball, and then all of a sudden they fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
They
tough
had that
times.
ball. Wasn't it the ball guy that used to be their coach?
Yeah.
Shockers, no,
Shaka Smart.
Shaka Smart was at
Yeah.
VCU though.
Oh, that's right. He was at VCU.
Shaka Smart was at VCU.
But wasn't it a ball guy that coached at Wichita State there for a little bit?
I don't think so. I think he's thinking of Shaka Smart at VCU.
He was at VCU. VCU had that big run.
Yeah. Anyways, we're going to focus on the Drake Bulldogs right now. They got a guy that Adam would love, Mr. Tucker. How would you like to say his last name? DeVries. This dude is a 6'7", 210-pound guard that's averaging almost 20 points and 6 rebounds a game.
Luka?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, this sophomore is over here absolutely
Balling out.
dominating in his second season over here at the Drake Bulldogs. Really kind of putting the team on his back. The only other help he's really getting is from Romain Penn, another guard for them. This guy's a 6-foot senior, really more, to me, more the point guard style guy.
Yeah, with almost 5.5
6 foot.
assists.
Yeah, with 5.5 assists, 5 rebounds, 12 points a game, almost 13
He's
points a
shooting
game.
50 from the field though.
He is shooting 50
It
from the
almost
field.
sounds like these guys, you're looking
It's
at
It's Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah, this is what Adam wants out of Kyrie and Luka.
well, but what it looks like there on the stat sheet is like you got a lot of long rebounds almost. Like you're getting balls out there that 10 to 12 foot range where your guards can actually get involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of push off the back rim or back iron.
Yeah, so to me that means you're shooting the ball from outside a lot. It means there's a lot of threes going up. There's a lot of mid range going up. Not so many layups or the 7-foot hook shots, whatever, all the stuff that you think your forwards and centers should be getting. It sounds like there's a lot of long rebounds, so
Right.
that means a lot of shots are going up from outside.
Right.
That area, I think, from the elbow back.
Yeah, I mean, this is a team that's shooting 37% from 3, 77%
Hence,
from
hence the 6 rebounds from the guard.
yeah, 47% from the field and 77% from the line. So I mean, they're averaging as a team 36 rebounds a game. They got 2 guys with 7 rebounds a game that are both forwards for them. Another guard in Garrett Strutz. Yeah, Strutz that is averaging 6.9 rebounds a game.
So I mean, yeah, you could again guards getting a lot of rebounds is either one or two. Either other teams are just clearing out and letting you guys get the boards, or you're having a lot of long rebounds and y'all, winning the 50-50 ball, which is in turn a good thing. That means, you're not giving up maybe second chance points, but you're also maybe creating some second chance points for yourselves on the offensive end. And that, that very well could change the outcome of a game if you come down to a close game.
Yeah. All right, we're going to switch it over to the Summit League here. Oral Roberts. So
another team that's been in the league or the tournament the last 2 or 3 years.
They've been there a lot.
Y'all know where ORU is?
Whoa, no. I think I've looked this up before. Pennsylvania?
I think it's in Virginia.
I can't remember.
I think it's in Virginia. I actually don't know.
Oh, well, then what the hell?
That's why I was kind of asking y'all, honestly. So,
I always thought you actually had the answer.
So tell me, how do you say the last name here? I'm going to go Max is the first name.
I think you're pretty safe on that one.
Yeah.
I'll say Admus.
Admus. So you want to know something special about Max Admus? I wish this dude played for Carolina. This dude has averaged 22 or more points a game 3 of his 4 years in college.
But I say this is the guy that has led the team, I think, in scoring.
Yeah.
His last few years.
Yeah, we talked about him last year.
Yeah.
So
this was a guy that a lot of people were saying could have gone to the draft if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He may not have made he probably wasn't a first day pick, but could have been a second day pick,
Yeah.
a day 2 guy.
I
But I think he's put in another good showing this year that you could see a team going out here. I think
This guy's going to have an opportunity to either grad transfer somewhere and play another season at a higher, more important school.
Right.
Would again love to see this guy somewhere at a bigger school, but I mean, this dude at 6'1", 175. The truth of the matter is, he's going to be in the G League when he starts out, one way or the other. But this dude can ball. I mean, this dude can freaking ball. So, 22 points this season.
23 essentially.
23 points basically this season. Almost 5 rebounds, almost 4 assists. Dude shooting 91.5% from the free throw line.
You need that from a guard. You have to have that from a guard.
91.5%. 45 from the field, 39 from 3. But he's got some teammates helping him this year. This is what's made Oral Roberts really good. We're talking about Isaiah McBride, a junior point guard from Little Rock, Arkansas, 6'2", 170. This guy looks more as the 2 guard is what I would call him.
Yep. Shooting 50% from the field.
Shooting 50% from the field. He's averaging 12.4 points per game. Now, Adam, you're going to love this. Over at ORU, their center is 7'5".
You love it.
7'5".
50% from the field.
Yeah, I mean, he's
12.5 points a game.
He's got to drop
boards.
it in.
Yeah, that's what. This right here is the key to success. You got a big that can hang his own with any other big in the tournament.
Yep.
Who's gonna get you boards? Who shoots well from the field?
Yep.
Granted, it might be inside that 6-foot range, but he can handle his own. And then you have 2 really good guards that are getting it done for you out there on the perimeter, and one guy Max that can finish from anywhere on the court.
Yeah.
He might not be the best 3-point shooter, but he's crafty with the ball. Watching him last year play, he's very athletic. He reminds me a lot of John Morant, to be honest with you.
Just
not
a
as
smaller
hoppy.
version.
Yeah, not as hoppy.
Yeah.
But the way he's fluent with the ball, the way he can finish around the rim.
He reminds me of Isaiah Thomas. Remember the old short point guard for the Boston Celtics?
Yep.
He reminds me a lot of him, honestly. But you want to know a little bit of interesting fact about Connor Hanover, though? The center for Vanover, sorry. What did I call him, Hanover?
Said Hanover.
Yeah, this is why you're supposed to be reading names off.
You quit just like you called the other guy Isaiah.
Yeah.
It was Isaac, but it's okay.
Anyways, this guy started at Cal, then transferred to Arkansas. Really has gotten no playing time in his first 3 years in college basketball. He comes to ORU for 1 season here. The dude's averaging 12 and almost 8 rebounds. So getting some playing time.
He got 8 rebounds a game. He's 7'5". All he got to do is put his hand up.
Well, man, he's battling some guys like you out there over here in the Summit League, So, but really, really interesting team. I'm gonna tell you, Adam. The ORU Golden Eagles,
depending on their matchup in that first round, ORU might be a team to look at, maybe even in the second round.
Yeah, I mean this is a team I'm not sleeping on. They're 25-4 this year, 16-0 at home. Again, taking care of business at home. A lot of these teams we talked about undefeated at home. They're 16-0 in their conference too, so they are dominating that Summit League. You talk about some of the teams; they have not been afraid to play people. They went to St. Mary's the very first game of the season and only lost by 8. St. Mary's right now a top 15 team.
Yeah.
A team.
Big loss to Houston though.
Big blowout at Houston, which is fine. Listen, you're gonna play some big teams.
But Houston's also what, a top 5 team still?
Yeah, they're a top 3 team.
Still.
Yeah.
Okay,
still.
and they played them and they were what?
They were number 3 at the time they played them.
Yeah.
At Houston. So big win over Liberty. Good basketball school. Utah State, tough loss, but at Utah State again. And then you see they've gotten into conference here. They're undefeated in conference. Their only loss in like the last 20 games is at New Mexico. They lost by 8 in New Mexico. Not a bad basketball school either.
No.
So they've done a good job for themselves by actually playing some competition out of conference here.
Yep.
Down to our last 2 teams, we're going to talk about the Southern Miss Golden Eagles, one of the worst football programs that almost still beat Miami this year. I'm not going to let you forget that.
Yeah. Miami next year.
But the Southern Miss Golden Eagles playing in the Sun Belt. I'll tell you right now, Sun Belt surprisingly good this year in basketball. Southern Miss, Marshall, JMU, the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana, Lafayette. These guys, all 20 wins. All 20 wins this year for them. So Southern Miss, the current leader of the Sun Belt, will hit on the Golden Eagles a little bit here. Just kind of a 3-man squad again. We've talked about a lot of these tonight. You're looking at a guard and 2 forwards. I'm going to let Keith read the names off because they're going to keep making fun of me with these names. So, Keith, you can start here with their senior guard.
I hope you'll be able to read that one. I mean,
Austin Crowley.
There you go.
Yeah,
Good job, buddy. Good job.
6'4" guard, 185. Dude's averaging 16 points a game, 47% from the field. Golden Eagles are 24-5. He's a huge part of the reason why. Felipe Haase.
There you go. Good job.
The old South Carolina boy.
He is from South Carolina. Yeah, that's how I knew his name. So guys,
Felipe Haas.
yeah, guy spent 2 years at South Carolina, 2 years at Mercer, and now in his final basketball season at Southern Miss. Give him credit, man. Dude's putting up 14 and 6. We could have used it at South Carolina. I can tell you that.
I mean, I didn't mind him at Carolina. What did he average at Carolina?
5 and 4, basically.
Yeah, as a freshman, and then what,
As
as a sophomore?
Yeah,
Same
so,
thing.
Went to Mercer and all of a sudden was putting up, double-digit points. He had 7 rebounds a game at Mercer his first year in 2020. So
it's amazing what happened when they got away from Frank.
yeah. So, but Felipe Haase, an old name that we recognize. Then DeAndre Pinckney,
Good job.
6'8" senior, 225. Dude's got some buff to him. This dude can bounce in the down low. So 13 and 6 out of this guy. So a little bit different where we've seen a lot of 2 guards and a forward. This team 2 forwards and a guard,
Which I think is just as good.
Usually more height and more power.
Yeah. Some versatility out of these guys down low for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. If I look at the Golden Eagles, I don't know that I see. Well, I guess Winthrop was.
They beat Vanderbilt.
Yeah, they beat Vanderbilt at Vandy, Liberty at Liberty.
Close loss to, that's
Northwestern State.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably not a great loss for them. UNLV, good basketball school. Lafayette's in conference.
At first,
Marshall's in
I thought it
conference.
was North Carolina State when I first saw that.
South Alabama, not a good loss for them. They're not a team in the Sun Belt that really is. I mean, they're 15 and 14, so they're not really a good team in the Sun Belt, but. Good wins. They've done what they needed to do in conference here. You look at them. Again, I talk about another team. Guess what? 15-0 at home, Adam. So getting things done. And the last team we're going to talk about the other team that's got a real good shot to win the Sun Belt at 23 and 6, the Marshall Thundering Herd. Reason I wanted to talk about this team, 2 guys that are averaging over 20 points a game for the Marshall Thundering Herd. 2
I think you
guards.
got this one.
What, this one?
No.
Andrew Taylor? Yeah.
Yeah, you got that one. You got that one.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, 25 and 5.
Yeah,
25
25 and 5. Dude shooting 42% from the field, the junior point guard for them. And then there's senior shooting guard.
Tavion Kinsey.
Oh, very nice. The senior 6'5".
Also 22 5 and 5 with 55 from the field.
Yeah, this guy's shooting 55 from the field. You're going to love this part too, Adam. He's shooting 55 from the field. He's shooting 40% from 3. Only downside to this guy, he's only shooting 72% from the free throw line.
Could be better, But it sounds like he's more of your perimeter
Well,
guy.
it's still pass. It's still a passing grade. So he's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it sounds like he's more of your perimeter shooter, kind of. Shooting, would you say 40% from back there over there?
40% from three, yeah.
Yeah.
40% from three, so
So I would think maybe he's just not getting to the line as much,
yeah.
and he just didn't have as many opportunities to convert.
Or he's just been spending more time in the gym shooting threes instead of free throws, and might need to get into it. So I wanted to highlight one more person on this roster for Marshall. I'm looking up a height for him here real quick because this guy's a young freshman center for them that's been getting a little more playing time over the last couple of weeks. And I'm trying to find this guy. Yeah, he's 7'1", 227. So
You need that. You need that down low.
Huntsville, North Carolina, South Lake Christian Academy. How do you say this last name?
Hangloton.
Micah.
Hangloton?
Or Handleogton.
Okay.
Handleogton.
All right. I wasn't gonna say it, so I was gonna let you handle
But
it.
he's also from
Huntersville. Yeah, Huntersville, North Carolina. That's my fault. So, dude's averaging 8 points and 10 rebounds for them right now. Adam, what's he shooting from the field?
67.
Yeah,
Solid.
67%.
8, 10, and 1.
Yeah. So,
Hey,
guys starting to get a little more playing time out there for Marshall, and certainly a team that I would say could be dangerous in the tournament here. I would if I'm picking between the two teams in the Sun Belt Conference. I don't know about y'all, but between Southern Miss and Marshall, I like my money on Marshall on a team that's going to be.
depending on your matchup there. I like Tavion shooting that 40% from three. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a big part of today's
He's a
game.
sharpshooter.
Yes, and that is a big part of today's game. And if you find yourself down, and you hit 2 or 3 in a row, and you were down 12,
Changes the dynamic. Of the game.
absolutely. All you need, you go from being down 12 to being down 6.
Yeah. You take it from a four possession game to a 2 possession game in a matter of 20 seconds.
Yeah, off of 2 stops and two makes, you were right back in again. Or you could be that team where, hey, I'm up 3, get a stop, and now all of a sudden I'm up 9.
6.
Yeah, up 6, up 9, all off of 2 stops and 2 makes.
Yeah.
Completely can change the dynamic of a game.
Yeah, looking at Marshall's schedule, good win over Ohio here. They beat Toledo by 15. Toledo, a team we talked about earlier in the MAC.
Was that was a loss.
Yeah, UNC Greensboro, typically actually a decent basketball team.
App State was a good win.
App State was a decent win. So they have the win against Southern Miss, and it was a 22-point win over Southern Miss at home. So that could be a big statement for them. They've had some tough losses, though. I mean, Louisiana Monroe, they lost to Lafayette, who is up there in the rankings in their conference. So
Georgia Southern,
yeah,
that loss.
So
yeah.
this is a team, like I said, they started to get a little bit more cohesiveness to them, and they seem to pick up a little speed. They've ended up winning 6 of their last 7 games. So
might be catching hot at the right time.
Might be catching hot at the right time and make their way into the conference. So. Well, that was it. That's a wrap on our 10 most underrated teams in college basketball right now. Hit us in the comments if you feel like we've left somebody out. As always, we appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe.